Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Very nice to have you guys back. I think I have found a setup that I enjoy this. I just have to fix the background a little bit. So I have been working on it. Like I told you guys in my last video, that was one of my goals for the year, is just to get a better setup and better lighting. The lighting is still not that great, but I'm working on like trying to find the best times to film, because I'm gonna work with natural lighting for a while I can get a ring light or something. But for now, natural lights work. So yeah. Today I kind of just wanted to do a sit down. Most of my videos are sit down videos, because I don't really know what else to do. I wanted to do a like a vlog style video for my week, but I don't get enough footage because I'm home all the time. So all I do is feed her, change her diapers, she plays, I clean. That's about all we do all day. So I don't feel like it's enough footage or entertaining enough to post, so that's why I haven't done it. But anyway, today I kind of wanted to just talk to you guys about, like, give you an update on my postpartum life and my postpartum depression, and how I've been kind of working with that and dealing with that for almost 4 months now. So a lot of you guys, for my birth story, my delivery was kind of bad, kind of good, but the aftermath of it was the worst part, I feel, mainly because at 8 days I was hemorrhaging, and I had to get a D&C, an emergency D&C, because it turns out they left placenta and old blood inside of my uterus, if you guys didn't watch that video. So I had to get an emergency D&C, and those 8 days I felt like hell, and I thought it was normal because everybody says like you don't feel good or anything, but I didn't think it was gonna be that extreme. And then it turns out I only felt that bad because of what was left inside of me. It was starting to calcify, and cause an infection, which is why it was bad. Like, I couldn't wear my shoes because of how swollen my feet were. Like, they were like balloons, like they were huge. I couldn't wear any shoes because they literally fit me way too tight. I had to wear slippers, and my slippers fit me way too tight. And every day I was just so much blood, and I knew that wasn't normal, but everybody told me it was normal. And then I finally just went with my gut. I got an ultrasound done at the hospital, and then it turns out that I had that. So after I got the D&C though, I felt a lot better. The bleeding went down so much. Like, immediately the bleeding was so much less than it had been the first 8 days. And then I probably felt okay like a month and a half after she was born. The bleeding had stopped. I was feeling good. Well, I wasn't feeling good, but I was feeling healthier in the sense that I wasn't bleeding anymore. I was going through a really hard time. I wasn't able to produce any milk for her, so I couldn't breastfeed. So she was formula fed. And it wasn't, I mean, I knew that if I couldn't formula feed, it wasn't going to be, or if I couldn't breastfeed, it wasn't the end of the world, because I was formula fed, because my mom couldn't produce any milk either. It wasn't the end of the world, but a lot of people did make me feel really bad about it, so I was kind of down in the dumps about that. My baby blues lasted more than 2 weeks, so now it's postpartum depression. And yeah, I just feel like it was really hard for me to get out of bed, and not because I was tired, just because I did not want to do anything. I didn't want to, it's kind of a weird line between I don't want to be here, but I don't want to be anywhere else. And that's how I felt for the longest time. It was really hard, especially having a newborn. Like, having a newborn, you feel like you just have to get up out of bed, you have to do this, you have to do that, and like I couldn't get myself to do anything. It was so hard for me to be able to do things. And then I got a lot of hate, or like a lot of judgment from families, or from my family, because I feel a lot of, when I start getting depressed, being in the house makes it worse. Being home makes it so much worse for me. I get really bad cabin fever, and I've never been one to be comfortable staying at home every single day. And I know postpartum you're supposed to, but I knew for my own sanity and for my own mental health, I had to get out at least one time a day. Like, that's what I needed to do. And I got a lot of hate from my family, like, you're not supposed to take her out, she's too young. And I knew she was too young, but I always went out with help. And if it was too cold, she was always extremely covered up. And it was helping me mentally to get out of the house, to see other people, to see other things, not to be home listening to a screaming child every single day. And I knew I needed to do that, so I continued to do it. And it helped me a little bit mental health wise, but it wasn't like, I think this is her first appearance. This is Nari. Say hi, Mama. You shy? She is 3 months old, so but yeah, as I was saying, I had to get out once a day, and it was helping me a lot to get out once a day, but then all the judgment was not helping me at all. So it was kind of like it wasn't balancing out. I was just getting worse and worse and worse, and like everything was getting worse. I wasn't able to sleep. I wasn't sleeping at all for a few weeks. Like, I would sleep like an hour or two a day. I was just so scared of being asleep and something happening to this little one right here. And I was just terrified. Like, it's just a big fear of mine, and my anxiety got the best of me. I wasn't eating. I would eat maybe one meal a day, because I was way too lazy. Well, I was just unmotivated. It was not that I was lazy. I was just way unmotivated to be able to like get up and make myself a meal or something like that. I couldn't physically do it. And slowly but surely, like, I started getting a little bit of energy, and I finally decided I had to talk to someone about it. And so during my 6-week appointment at the doctor's office, I told the doctor that I was feeling that way, and then they put me as like severely depressed and severely anxious. Like, I had to do this thing. And then from then I was put on a bunch of medications, and I'm always put on medications. I've been on and off antidepressants and anti-anxiety since I was 16, so it's not the first time I had tried them. So they put me on a high dose. Well, it wasn't that high, but it was a combination of 3 medicines. So every day I was drinking 3 medicines. 1 was for sleeping, 2 were for anxiety and depression, and it wasn't helping me at all. I was not feeling any better. I wasn't nothing. Like, I still felt like shit, basically. And then I went back 2 weeks after that for a checkup, and I told them, and it wasn't working, and like, not even the sleeping pills were putting me to sleep, nothing. So then they upped my dosage. I went from like a 20 milligram dosage to 150, and I was on that for 3 weeks. They wanted to give me a little bit more time to test it out, and it actually helped me feel a lot better. I was feeling good once I was on those for 3 weeks, and then I went from being on 3 medicines to 6 medicines. 2 for sleeping. I had to switch off every other night. 1 was Ambien, and Ambien did not put me to sleep. Ambien didn't do anything for me. And then I was on other medications to try to control everything I was feeling. And I have to admit that I am feeling a lot better than I was. I don't feel like, I still have my bad days. I'm still very unmotivated to clean. I'm still unmotivated to cook. I'm still unmotivated to get out of bed most days. But I'm not feeling sad as much as I was before. Before, it was like a lot of sadness, a lot of crying, a lot of, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I don't know why I'm here. I don't want to be here type of feelings. And now it's just like, I just don't have motivation, but I don't feel that way. I feel like the only thing I still feel that way towards is possibly just like finances, because that's what I stress out about. I'm not working. I've worked since I was 16. I've been bringing in money since I was 16, and I haven't worked for the past 4 months, and that's the longest I've ever gone without working since I was 16. So I feel really weird, and I feel like that's what money's always stressed me out. Money's always been a big reason for my anxiety, even before I was married. But now with this little one right here, it makes it a little bit worse. But I know things are gonna get better. I know I'll be able to find a job, and I'm just trying to put a lot of positivity out into the world opposed to negativity like I was in the beginning. Because in the beginning I was super negative. Like I didn't know how to get out of my negative mindset. Like I don't have a job, so I can't do this. I don't have a job, so I can't do that. Our situation is like this because of me. I put the blame on myself for everything. Like when she had jaundice, I blame myself because I created her. But jaundice is just something that happens in most kids. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Sleepy's fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. She just had it. She's better. She got better. But I couldn't stop blaming myself for it. When I had to go and get the DNC, I blamed myself for it because I said that I should have been more careful and this and that. But that's also not my fault because I wasn't in control of getting my placenta out. I wasn't in control of making sure that they literally took everything out. That was out of my control. I had my trust in someone else, and it wasn't fully done right, and that's okay because nothing happened to me. I'm fine. But in the beginning, everything was just so negative, and now it's like I'm trying to put positive things in the energy, like out in the world. Like I'm gonna find a job. We're gonna be okay. I'm trying to just positive things into the universe. Basically, it's what I'm trying to get at. I want to be a good mom to her. I want to be able to give her what she wants and give her what she needs. And I know that, like, now that it's almost 4 months postpartum, probably the first 2.5 months were really, really hard. But now I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm so glad that I went through what I went through, like the experience I had, because now I feel like now I've grown from it, and I know what it's like to be at the bottom, because those thoughts were super scary, and I know that I never want to get back to that point again. So I know reaching out for help is what I need to do and what I am going to do. So yeah, we will get better. I will get better. This little one right here needs to stop growing, because look at how big she is. She's 3 months old, and look at this huge little baby. She's huge, and she's 14 pounds. You wanna say hi? Say hi. She's 14 pounds. She's teething. She almost sits up by herself, and she loves to stand up by herself. Like, if we, well, not by herself, but like, if we put her on her feet, her feet are like hard, and she likes to stand. And she looks weird and crazy without a bow, but she always has a bow on. She loves to talk. She loves to play. She's growing crazy, and I feel so sad that the first 2.5 months I wasn't able to enjoy her at all. But I'm glad that now I'm starting to be able to enjoy her and enjoy my life in general. So I'm really excited about that. So that's my life. That's my update postpartum. 4 months, 3 months. This is my little munchkin, little Nari. Nari, Nari. Nari, Nari. Nari, Nari. She's tired. I'm gonna put her to bed. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Can you say hi, mamas? Can you? Can you say hi? Look. Look at who that is. Look, who's that? Who's that? She looks exactly like her dad, guys. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, the little smile. Who is that? That's Nari. Can you say hi, Nari? This is her favorite binky. If we lose this thing, we're dead, because it's literally, it saves her life, it saves our life, and it's the first essentials brand, and it's the cheapest brand we found, and it's the only one she liked. We had the Mam brand, we had the Tommy Tippy brand, we had the Nook, we had like all these brands, and this is the one she likes. And these are $2 for a pack of 2. So being cheap, you're being cheap. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll add this onto my vlog part. I think I'll do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Cool. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. Can you say bye?